Call our public hearing to order at this time. Our first item under our public hearing is the first reading of ordinance number 2026-25. Ms. Stokes.
Thank you, Mayor. Ordinance number 2026-25. Be it ordained by the mayor and council for the city of Fort Oglethorpe, a land subdivision zoning ordinance for tax parcel number 0003F00100A, 100 Thomas Road, Fort Oglethorpe, Georgia 30742. Requested by the applicant GRK Investments to be subdivided from one lot into 36 lots zoned R3, to amend the official zoning map for the city of Fort Oglethorpe, to repeal conflicting ordinances and other related purposes. Is there anyone here that would like to speak either in favor of or in opposition of ordinance number 2026-25? Yes, sir. If you would go to the podium, spell your last name.
Dennis King. Hope you guys are doing well this afternoon. Got this parcel on Thomas Road, and I've got some paperwork I'd like to hand out in some pages.
Please show.
We brought out a parcel last year, so I think it was 9 lots along Thomas Road. This is another extension of that development. It's going to be similar to the Steel Road project that Stephen Henry has. There'll be smaller homes, around 1,000 feet, and they'll be 10 foot. So really, really nice homes. Sidewalks, we're putting in sidewalks in as well. Hopefully it'll be able to access the park and Barnhart Circle. Kind of what the city is wanting to do is put some people over that area that have nicer homes over there. We get rid of some of the apartments we got. There's another phase of this that another company I brought to a couple of years ago. I can't remember the lot number, but it's in the other parcels. We own from Thomas all the way to Battlefield Parkway. And that's obviously, we're drawing that up right now and have something presented on that to go along with this. It'll be one larger development, but it's along the same lines.
Similar style?
Yes, sir. Yeah, there'll be a party and rock and bricks, no vinyl on them at all. We've worked with the city too to reroute the water line, and there's a main water line, a city extension that come through our property. We work with them to kind of lay it out according to this plan, actually, so it help reduce the cost from the city standpoint and help us out too at the same time.
And no garages.
So, we are going to do some storage areas because we realize that obviously that may be a problem. I can personally say that may be a problem at some point. So we are going to make that one of the things that people can do as they buy the homes. We got to get affordable housing. One thing is everybody knows that housing goes through the roof, right? And we got to get where a lot of people I've noticed 50 and older are wanting to downsize, but they still want something nice, and there's nothing out there like that. There's not. And they all don't want to go to townhomes, right? They want to have an individual, a little smaller parcel, but they're okay with that and clean up. Of course, this will have a homeowner association and be managed, the yards will be mowed and all that through that association, which will be a nice amendment. You don't have to worry about that. And a lot of people don't want to mow their yards, but these are not going to be large yards, but they're decent size, and they age pretty well as well, as far as the grade of the lots.
And these are going to be, style-wise, they're going to be similar to what you're already building over there, right?
Yeah, they'll be identical, pretty much what's there. Probably different floor plans. We've got four plans we're going to build right now, but we'll be adding a few to them.
Okay.
We'll see. They will have an option to make them a little larger if they choose to, but again, I didn't want to make them too large to start with because that's going to kick the cost up into the 3s, and we're trying to stay, around 3 or a little less, actually.
Okay.
The biggest thing is we want to make them nice because we just don't have that. We really don't, not at this level.
Okay. Any other discussion?
Got any other questions?
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Is there anyone else that would like to speak either in favor of or in opposition of ordinance number 2026-25? Mayor, doesn't appear anyone's present.
Thank you, Mr. Stoltz. Next item on the public hearing public hearing for ordinance number 2026-26. Mr. Stokes.
Thank you, Mayor. Ordinance number 2026-26. An ordinance of the mayor and council of the city of Fort Oglethorpe, a zoning variance for tax parcel 0013B03400A, 621 Dryer Bridge Road, Ringgold, Georgia 30736, requested by the owner, Dennis King Enterprises, so as to grant a zoning variance to reduce the required building setback from 35 feet to 15 feet to address the official zoning map for the city of Fort Oglethorpe and other related purposes. Is there anyone here that would like to speak either in favor of or in opposition of ordinance number 2026-26? Mr. King?
There's actually two variances I'm requesting, one on the back line and one on the side line. Can I present them both at the same time?
Sure.
Those are, obviously the parking lot over there, it's the lot, lot's pretty tight. I do have a packet on that too. Just trying to get more parking out there, a little easier, a little cleaner if we have.
That's probably why we've got in our packet.
Yeah, well, yeah. No, that's actually, well, that is it, you're right, that is it, yeah, it's in there. Okay. Yeah, you got it. So it's basically just allow for more parking. I'd like to get a double row of parking, that's showing a single row right now. But it still meets the setback, but I know we've got it, right now it's 35 feet on back, and what I understand, there's in process of a church buying the other parcel. I don't know if that other parcel connects to it's in the city or not, but I've already spoken to them about it, about the other parcel that connects to that on that side. So we're just trying to reduce it. We can get more parking in the front, allow for more parking on the back and the side.
Is this on Dyer Bridge Road or is it Battlefield?
It is. It's actually Battlefield Parkway and Dyer. It's a corner lot
It's
right there on
corner?
Dyer Bridge. Yes, sir, it is. Yeah. I actually have quite a bit of road frontage on Battlefield, but you'll have to enter off Dyer Bridge because of the intersection of the right-of-way to get the access to property.
Okay.
Any other discussion?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
sir.
Tim.
Is there anyone here that would like to speak either in favor of or in opposition of ordinance number 2026-26? Mayor doesn't appear anyone's present.
Thank you, Mr. Stokes. Next item is a public hearing for ordinance number 2026-27. Mr. Stokes.
Thank you, Mayor. Ordinance number 2026-27, an ordinance of the mayor and council of the city of Fort Oglethorpe for a zoning variance for tax parcel number 0013B03400A, 621 Dryer Bridge Road, Ringgold, Georgia 30736, requested by the owner, Dennis King Enterprises, so as to grant a zoning variance to reduce the required building setback from 25 feet to 15 feet to address the official zoning map for the city of Fort Oglethorpe and other related purposes. Other than Mr. Dennis King, who's already spoke on this particular ordinance, is there anyone else who would like to speak in favor of or in opposition of ordinance number 2026-27? Mayor, doesn't appear anyone's present.
Thank you, Mr. Stokes. Next item is a public hearing for ordinance number 2026-28. Mr. Stokes.
Thank you, Mayor. Ordinance number 2026-28, an ordinance of the mayor and council for the city of Fort Oglethorpe for a zoning variance for tax parcel number 0010C020-168 Mason Lane, Rossville, Georgia 30741, requested by the owner, Michael Gravitt, so as to grant a zoning variance to allow for a fence past the front building line to alleviate a safety issue to address the official zoning map for the city of Fort Oglethorpe and other related purposes. Is there anyone here that would like to speak in favor of or in opposition of ordinance number 2026-28? Sir, if you would, state your full name and spell your last name.
Michael Gravitt, Gravitt.
Thank you, sir.
All right, I appreciate y'all. They asked me to give them kind of a visual of what we were looking at, what I was looking at doing. And I came this time, so together if that issue there.
It's okay. It's all right.
I'm wanting to put a 3-rail fence up, wood fence, and with columns there at the end, which is not showing there. in my house, and then along the side of the house, on the second page there, I'm going to put a 3-rail fence, and where it meets the wood line, from the wood line back to the fence behind me, which is Applebrook, it'll be a privacy fence there. That's about 170 foot of privacy fence, and it's about 55 foot 3-rail fence in the side. And across the front, it's 197 of the 3-rail fence, and that includes a 18-foot electric gate. In that packet as well is 3 different visuals. Max Smith Road subdivision there, Lakeview Drive, and then Steel Road. Those are areas that have a 3-rail fence up, and it would be similar to what I'd like to be doing. The one at Cedar Creek, this one here, is an example of what the rail would look like, only mine be wood. It has 6x6 posts and caps. Caps will be accent lighted, just downright, no lightness to it at all. And then in front, it'll have the flower pit. Along in that packet is some pictures of vehicles that are coming in. So this is my back, and I have them all day long. I have probably 6 to 8 cars come in.
They come in there and don't realize.
They run probably like 20 mile an hour past my
But
house. sometimes.
where do they think they're going?
I have no idea. Google.
So that Google
I've
sends them
even
down there to get
contacted
the
Google and
apple
had them take it off, and now they're doing it again. But when they come in there with a trailer behind my house, I mean, I have vehicles here. I mean, they fit the fence. They come close to the car. Had the police called on me for yelling at them to stop before they did. It's been exciting, but this one here, it shows you one. This is in front of my house. This guy here come in, turned around, and went all through my grass. And they do that all the time. You notice I put orange cones up there and railroad ties. They run over the railroad ties to get to the grass. And then, of course, the other postman, I pulled him out of my yard 3 times.
I was wondering about that. You saw what I was going for. Okay.
So, yeah, it's really, when my kids and all, they come out back of my house, I mean, there's cars coming down my driveway. I don't know why they come by there. You can look and see it's a resident, but they just like to, I guess. There's nowhere down there for them to turn around. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move my fence back 36 foot from the south side of my property. And then in front of that, I'm going to put the asphalt chippings down, and I'm going to fix a place where cars can turn around. And then I'll have my gate there, and it'll stop them from coming behind my yard. And then the fence will keep them on the north side, it'll come back to 25 foot. And I'll just have a gate there for EPB. They have the fire lines come across. And then in front of it, it'll be, I'll put chippings, another 2 foot on this side to give them plenty to turn around. They'll actually have about a 38-foot circle, and then it'll widen the road up about another 3 foot.
It's nice of you to do.
It is nice. You're putting
Sorry
up a
about
lot of
that.
expense on yourself.
Well, it's better for me than arguing with them or putting.
Saving money in there.
Plus, I mean, they get down there, they got to get out. You know what I mean?
Well, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else that would like to speak in favor of or in opposition of ordinance number 2026-28?
What a guy.
Mayor, doesn't appear anyone's present.
Thank you, Mr. Stoltz. Next item is a public hearing for ordinance number 2026-29. Mr. Stoltz.
Thank you, Mayor. Ordinance number 2026-29, be it ordained by the mayor and council of the city of Fort Oglethorpe, a zoning amendment ordinance for tax parcel number 0003F019, 2768 Lafayette Road, Fort Oglethorpe, Georgia, 30742, requested by the applicant Kayla Wormsley for owner Debbie Wilson to be rezoned from a C1 zoning to a C1 special exception zoning to allow for the operation of a clinic to amend the official zoning map for the city of Fort Oglethorpe to repeal conflicting ordinances and other related purposes. Is there anyone here that would like to speak in favor of or in opposition of ordinance number 2026-29? If you would, state your full names and spell your last names.
Debbie Wilson, Wilson. And I know most of y'all, unfortunately.
Oh, Debbie.
Well,
She didn't mean me and you, Paula. She
yeah, I mean,
Oh, okay, get it.
no, I'm teasing. The main reason I'm here is because there was a little bit of a question about the building, because that strip that's up through there, when we were before the advisory board, they had a question. They thought it kind of involved the Sears building, and the building is the building that actually Marty Graham, the barber shop, is in part of that building, and then this would be the remainder of that building. So it's not the Sears building. And she would be coming in. There has been a tenant in there prior, after I redone it, when we had the man that decided to drive through the back of it, and I remodeled it. So she's going to be the second tenant after that. So if you have any questions regarding the business, this is Kyla, and she'll answer the questions on that.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Kyla Wormsley, and I am the owner of the Case Diet Clinic and Family Practice. This is for everybody, but that's just like our services. And she just said this. I'm currently in Rossville. I have been there for over 5 years, and I was in Port Oglethorpe a year prior to that. I just outgrew the space. It was a smaller unit beside the El Matador restaurant. And then I have a second location in Trenton, Georgia, and have been there over 10 years. But it is very small, and we operate like in Trenton 3 days a week, and then we're up here for 2 days a week. And it's the same staff, and a doctor that just goes back and forth.
So you're moving?
I would like to.
Okay.
From Rossville.
Yeah.
Currently, yes. I've been there for 5 years, but my lease will be out there. I'm beside Longlease Pharmacy. I've been there over 5 years.
Oh, yeah.
So, but out through the parking, they're remodeling the units on each side of me, so there's only like 2 parking spaces once that happens. So, and it's not enough room for parking, and it's very fast paced, and it's hard to park or pull out, and it'd just be a lot better location over here for me.
Sounds good.
You gonna make Marty healthy, huh?
Good luck.
Is there anyone else that would like to speak either in favor of or in opposition of ordinance number 2026-30? Mayor doesn't appear anyone's present.
Thank you, Mr. Stokes. Next item is a public hearing for ordinance number 2026-30. Mr. Stokes.
Thank you, Mayor. Ordinance number 2026-30, be it ordained by the mayor and council of the city of Fort Oglethorpe, an application for a certificate of appropriateness for tax parcel number 003I035 Barnhart Circle, Fort Oglethorpe, Georgia, 30742, requested by the city of Fort Oglethorpe so as to approve the application for a certificate of appropriateness for the construction of a sign located in at the Welcome Center in the Fort Oglethorpe Historic District and other related purposes. Is there anyone here that would like to speak in favor of or in opposition of ordinance number 2026-30?
Yes, sir. Bobby with the city of Fort Oglethorpe. This is, as you know, currently the Welcome Center has no signage whatsoever, and on Thursday night, for Thursday night activities, on a regular basis, people are calling either myself or Holly going, which door do I enter? Because they're at the education building next door. That's where GPS took them. So with a sign there, that will help in wayfinding and also raise public awareness of what this actually is. The sign is similar in size and style to what's at the field house and what will be at Stable 41. Anything else?
Thank you, Bobby.
Okay.
Thank you, Bob.
Is there anyone else who would like to speak in favor of or in opposition of ordinance number 2026-30? Mayor doesn't appear anyone's present.
Thank you, Mr. Stoltz. Next item is a public hearing for ordinance number 2026-31. Mr. Stoltz.
Thank you, Mayor. Ordinance number 2026-31, be it ordained by the Mayor and Council of the City of Fort Oglethorpe, an application for a certificate of appropriateness for tax parcel number 0003I034 Barnard Circle, Fort Oglethorpe, Georgia, 30742, requested by the City of Fort Oglethorpe so as to approve the application for a certificate of appropriateness for the construction of a sign located at the tank and the polo field in Fort Oglethorpe Historic District and other related purposes. Mayor? I'm sorry, Mayor. Is there anyone here that would like to speak in favor of or in opposition of ordinance number 2026-31?
You could skip me, Robbie. It's
No.
okay.
You have to say your last name this time, you're not Cher.
Sure. Bobby Daniels,
There you go.
Community Engagement Administrator for the City of Fort Oglethorpe. Miss Hune. Okay. Much like the Welcome Center, there's currently no signage around what I have affectionately been calling the BBT, the Big Beautiful Tank. We like to look at this as the extension of the walking tour, which is already up and pretty successful. There'll be a simple sign, very similar to what the current walking tour looks like. And then as far as the sign on the polo field, this is going to be utilizing the existing structure, the electronic panel. This will actually cover up the backside to hide the connections and also serve as a wayfinding for the polo field itself.
You know what that no climate sign means?
Yes, I do.
Challenge.
Yes, exactly right. Challenge accepted. Not that that's ever happened already or anything like that. Anything else?
Thanks, Bobby.
Is there anyone else that would like to speak in favor of or in opposition of ordinance number 2026-31? Mayor doesn't appear anyone's present.
Thank you, Mr. Stoltz. That does conclude our public hearing for tonight. This time we'll call our regularly scheduled council meeting to order. Mr. Stoltz, please call the roll.
Yes, sir. Mayor Earl Gray.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Paula Stennett.
Here.
Councilman Jim Childs.
Here.
Councilman Craig Crawford.
Here.
Council Lady Rhonda James.
Here.
Councilman Derek Rogers.
Here.
Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Stoltz. Let the record show we do have a quorum for tonight's meeting. This time we'll do our invocation and our pledge. Mr. Rogers, if you would, please do the invocation. Mr. Crawford, lead us in the pledge, please.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for all you've done for us, Lord. Thank you for this city. Thank you for all the blessings that you've given us. Pray that you'd be with this council as we conduct the business of the people. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This time we'll set the agenda for tonight's meeting. Ms. Hune, do you have any modifications?
No, Mr. Mayor, I do not.
Thank you, Ms. Hune. I entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
Make a motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Crawford, second by Mr. Childs. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Agenda is set. Next item on the agenda is the minutes from our last council meeting. Members of council have had an opportunity to review the minutes from our April 27th meeting. I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Childs, second by Mr. Crawford. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Next item on the agenda is appearances. Miss Mowina.
I'm gonna sub for Paul, if that's okay. Yeah, I got put on.
Oh, okay.
One day.
Miss Dana, for the record, would you spell your last name?
It's Dana, Phi, P-H-Y, like Papa Hotel Yankee.
Thank you, ma'am.
So good evening. I'm here tonight as both a resident of Barnhart Circle and as someone speaking on behalf of many of my neighbors who deeply care about our neighborhood and the history of our city. First, I want to acknowledge and appreciate the communication residents have received from the city officials regarding this project that's been going on with the sewer. Right. I'm going to use my glasses too. communication the residents have received from the city officials regarding this project and stated an intention to preserve the historic granite gutter stones removed from Barnhart Circle. However, many residents and I still have concerns regarding the repeated use of phrases such as what can be preserved or what can be put back, and my reason for speaking tonight is simply to clarify the concern and express why these materials matter so deeply to the neighborhood. Barnhart Circle is part of the Fort Oglethorpe Historic District, y'all are aware, which is recognized on the National Register of Historic Places for the historic layout, character, and connection to the early development of the city itself. Fort Oglethorpe grew from Barnhart outward and is a part of the foundation and identity of the city. These granite gutter stones are part of that historic landscape and are more than simply old construction materials. They are physical pieces of the city's history. I do not believe that anyone here, my neighbors, are opposed to infrastructure improvements. The concern is simply that preservation should not mean saving only pieces considered easiest to reuse while other historic materials are disposed of or repurposed outside of Barnhart. Even stones that may no longer be suitable for roadway use still carry historic significance. Historic materials should continue to be treated as historic materials and not as construction rubble once removed from the ground. What many residents are asking for is transparency, accountability, and reassurance. Reassurance that all removed granite materials will continue to be treated as historically significant. Reassurance that these materials will be preserved and handled carefully throughout the project. And reassurance that materials will not simply be discarded or repurposed outside the historic district. Once original historic materials are lost, they cannot truly be replaced. Preserving the character of historic district means preserving not only buildings, but also the details and craftsmanship that helped define neighborhood in the first place. I appreciate the city's willingness to communicate with residents, and I hope that this project can continue in a way that reflects the historic importance of Barnhart Circle and the Fort Oglethorpe Historic District as a whole. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dana.
Any questions?
Before I go any further, I will make an announcement. The ordinances that were read tonight were the first reading. This council will vote on them at a special called meeting on June the 1st at 8:30. We will not be voting on them tonight. The law requires we can't vote on them until the next meeting. So if any of y'all don't want to sit and listen to the rest of the meeting, y'all are more than welcome to leave if you would like to. You're more than welcome to stay, but just for your information, they will not be voted on until June the 1st. 8:30, it's a special called meeting. We can't meet because it's Memorial Day, so we're calling a special call so we can get an answer for you folks. Next item on the agenda is the first reading of ordinance number 2026-25. Mr. Stokes.
Thank you, Mayor. Ordinance number 2026-25, be it ordained by the mayor and council of the city of Fort Oglethorpe, a land subdivision zoning ordinance for tax parcel number 0003F00100A, 100 Thomas Road, Fort Oglethorpe, Georgia, 30742, requested by the applicant GRK Investments to be subdivided from one lot into 36 lots zoned R3, to amend the official zoning map for the city of Fort Oglethorpe, to repeal conflicting ordinances and other related purposes. Mayor?
Thank you, Mr. Stokes. Next item is the first reading of ordinance number 2026-26. Mr. Stokes.
Thank you, Mayor. Ordinance number 2026-26, an ordinance of the mayor and council of the city of Fort Oglethorpe for a zoning variance for tax parcel number 0013B03400A, 621 Dyer Bridge Road, Ringgold, Georgia, 30736, requested by the owner, Dennis King Enterprises, so as to grant a zoning variance to reduce the required building setback from 35 feet to 15 feet to address the official zoning map for the city of Fort Oglethorpe and other related purposes. Mayor?
Thank you, Mr. Stokes. Next item is first reading of ordinance number 2026-27. Mr. Stokes.
Thank you, Mayor. Ordinance number 2026-27, an ordinance of the Mayor and Council of the City of Fort Oglethorpe, a zoning variance for tax parcel number 0013B03400A, 621 Dyer Bridge Road, Ringgold, Georgia, 30736, requested by the owner, Dennis King Enterprises, so as to grant a zoning variance to reduce the required building setback from 25 feet to 15 feet to address the official zoning map for the City of Fort Oglethorpe and other related purposes. Mayor?
Thank you, Mr. Stokes. Next item is first reading of ordinance number 2026-28. Mr. Stokes.
Thank you, Mayor. Ordinance number 2026-28, an ordinance of the Mayor and Council of the City of Fort Oglethorpe for a zoning variance for tax parcel number 0010C020-168 Mason Lane, Rossville, Georgia, 30741, requested by the owner, Michael Gravitt, so as to grant a zoning variance to allow for a fence past the front building line to alleviate a safety issue, to address the official zoning map for the City of Fort Oglethorpe and other related purposes. Mayor?
Thank you, Mr. Stokes. Next item is first reading of ordinance number 2026-29. Mr. Stokes.
Thank you, Mayor. Ordinance number 2026-29, be it ordained by the Mayor and Council for the City of Fort Oglethorpe, a zoning amendment ordinance for tax parcel number 0003F019, 2768 Lafayette Road, Fort Oglethorpe, Georgia, 30742, requested by the applicant, Kayla Wormsley, for owner Debbie Wilson, to be rezoned from a C1 zoning to a C1 special exception zoning to allow for the operation of a clinic, to amend the official zoning map for the City of Fort Oglethorpe, to repeal conflicting ordinances and other related purposes. Mayor?
Thank you, Mr. Stokes. Next item is first reading of ordinance number 2026-30. Mr. Stokes.
Thank you, Mayor. Ordinance number 2026-30, be it ordained by the Mayor and Council of the City of Fort Oglethorpe, an application for a certificate of appropriateness for tax parcel number 0003I035 Barnhart Circle, Fort Oglethorpe, Georgia, 30742, requested by the City of Fort Oglethorpe so as to approve the application for a certificate of appropriateness for construction of a sign located at the Welcome Center in Fort Oglethorpe Historic District and other related purposes. Mayor?
Thank you, Mr. Stokes. Next item is first reading of ordinance number 2026-31. Mr. Stokes.
Thank you, Mayor. Ordinance number 2026-31, be it ordained by the Mayor and Council of the City of Fort Oglethorpe, an application for a certificate of appropriateness for tax parcel number 0003I034 Barnhart Circle, Fort Oglethorpe, Georgia, 30742, requested by the City of Fort Oglethorpe so as to approve the application for a certificate of appropriateness for the construction of sign located at the tank and polo field in the Fort Oglethorpe Historic District and other related purposes. Mayor?
Thank you, Mr. Stokes. Next item on the agenda is new business. Item number 1, requested approval to proceed with a non-conforming use application to advertise a retail store in the Historic Overlay District. Ms. Hugh.
Thank you. Lori Wellborn is the owner of the Copper Mermaid Antiques located at 4 Forest Road in Fort Oglethorpe, and she's requesting approval to proceed with a non-conforming use application to have a sign painted on her building to advertise the store. The Copper Mermaid Antiques is a retail location located in the Historic Overlay District. The whole reason for this non-conforming use request, she'd like to paint that sign on a non-road facing wall of her business, and the sign includes a painting of a mermaid silhouette and her business name in copper color. Unfortunately, the UDC doesn't contemplate such a sign. It only defines handwritten, hand-painted signs as something that must be completed by a professional. So because there is no contemplation in the UDC, Ms. Wellborn has come before the council and sought a non-conforming use approval to submit an application. The request does not seek approval of the sign, rather it's a request to approve the application process for the non-conforming use, which will then go before the Planning Advisory Board and then come before the council at a later date.
Thank you, Ms. Hugh. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved, sir.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Stinnett, second by Mr. Childs. Any discussion?
So Donnie didn't paint that? All right.
Any other discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item number 2, recommendation to renew an annual contract for mowing and landscaping services. Ms. Hughes.
Thank you. Real quick, Ms. Welborn, if you'll just, Taylor Hutwagner will reach out to you in the next couple of days and get with you about the process for the Planning Advisory Board. All right. This is a recommendation to renew the annual contract for mowing and landscaping services to City Green Services in the amount of $44,886.84. We have several green spaces that we maintain throughout the city that experience a lot of foot traffic and benefit from consistent, uniform landscaping services. We've had City Green Services, this will be our 3rd year with them. Under this contract, this is the first of 4 available renewals. They've done a pretty good job. We're pretty happy with the services they provide, including but not limited to the City Hall complex, the Bark City Dog Park, Honor Park, the walking trail from the flagpole to Battlefield Park, on Battlefield Parkway to Van Cleve, Barnhart Circle Polo Fields, the Welcome Center, which will now have a sign, which is good, Stable 41 and the Battlefield Parkway canoe launch and the walking track. And that again is $44,886.84, no change in the prior year's amount coming out of the general fund.
Have a motion to approve.
Motion.
Second, sir.
Motion by Mr. Rogers, second by Mr. Crawford. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 3, recommendation to purchase and install signage at the Honeycutt Parks and Recreation Office. Ms. Hughes.
Thank you. The Honeycutt Parks and Recreation Office located at 207 Forest Road is in need of proper signage for much the same reason as our Welcome Center is in need of proper signage to appropriately mark the space and demarcate events and improve our visibility and wayfinding. The overall branding will match that of the signs that this council has previously approved for the field house and Stable 41, and that is $6,078 to Victory Sign Industries coming out of the general fund.
Have a motion to approve.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Ms. James, second by Mr. Rogers. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 4, recommendation to approve the submission of an application to the Georgia Department of Transportation for roads to be resurfaced. Ms. Hughes.
Thank you. The Georgia Department of Transportation has announced additional funding for the 2026 fiscal year budget through the allocation of local road assistance administrative funds. The Public Works Department has developed a list of roads to be resurfaced to submit to GDOT for this additional LRA funding. GDOT would like to assist the city of Fort Oglethorpe in resurfacing those various roads by providing funding in the amount of $148,058. The application has to be received by June 15th of this year and must follow the traditional local maintenance and improvement grant application process, although, important distinction, the LRA grant does not require any matching funds from the city. It's recommended that the following streets be resurfaced with LRA funding: Century Station Drive and Century Drive. If approved, an invitation to bid will be put out in the summer of this year, and hopefully the roads will get paved in the fall.
Thank you, Ms. Hughes. Have a motion to approve.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Childs, second by Mr. Crawford. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Next item on the agenda, recommendation to retire police firearm. Ms. Hughes.
Thank you. It's our recommendation to retire one Glock model with a lot of different serial numbers and lots of things I won't try to say right now from the city of Fort Oglethorpe's inventory, and to provide that firearm to Sergeant Robert Brown in recognition of his dedicated service to the city and to the citizens of Fort Oglethorpe. The firearm will first be processed by GT distributors, and who will then register the transfer of the firearm to Sergeant Brown. Sergeant Brown has heroically served the city for 11 years. Since May of 2015, he's going to retire at the end of this month. We will miss him very much. And then we would like to provide that firearm to him, and then the police will replace the firearm in the amount of $777 coming out of the general fund. And he wasn't even here for any of that.
Thank you, Ms. Hughes. I have a motion to approve.
So moved, sir.
Second.
Motion by Ms. Stinnett, second by Mr. Rogers. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. City manager's report. Ms. Hughes.
Thank you. I'm sorry that Ms. Spy left. I just wanted to point out and address some of those concerns. I can't tell you how much we appreciate the fact that citizens actually care about those brick pavers. That means a lot to us. It means they're paying attention, and that's wonderful. We have said all along that what can be put back will be put back, and what we mean by that is that some of those bricks are coming from underneath the road, have been paved on for 50 or more years, so they can't necessarily go back where they were, but that doesn't mean they won't go back somewhere. There are plans to build pillars out of those bricks, so we will repurpose every possible thing that can be salvaged, and what can be put back where it was will be put back, but that doesn't mean anything will get thrown away, and I'll be happy to reach out to Ms. Fine and relay that as well.
Please do.
Now, a couple of things, just business and housekeeping. Early voting began last week, I believe, or 2 weeks ago. It goes until May 15th, and then the general primaries, May 19th. There are 2 locations in Catoosa County where you can early vote, the Freedom Center in Ringgold and West Side Precinct over here in Port Oglethorpe. Please vote. I voted today. I'm wearing my sticker. There will be no regularly scheduled council meeting on Monday, May 25th. The city will be closed for Memorial Day, but we will have that special called meeting to address the zoning items covered tonight on June 1st. And then the Arlene Cry Municipal Pool opens for the summer season on May 23rd. So get your pool passes for the summer. We're very excited about that. And then just 2 staff issues. One of our longest serving employees, 32 years, Blake Vaughn, retired as of May 1st. We will miss him very much. Blake was not one for fanfare, but it is a definite loss for the city, but we wish him well, and we hope that he will be happy in his retirement. And then we have another retirement tonight. Sergeant Robert Brown has served the city for, he wants to stay in the back, I don't know, he's like 1,000 feet tall. Come on up, come on. He served the city for 11 years, and he will retire at the end of this month. We're going to miss you, sir. So I'm going to let the chief.
It's only been 11 years.
Oh, that's a long time.
That's dog years for me.
It is a great honor that I'm before you tonight to announce Robert Brown's retirement after 23 years of service to the community and Catoosa County. He served for nearly 13 years, 12 years with the Catoosa County Sheriff's Office, and even before that, he's a man of service. He spent 20 years in the United States Marine Corps, 20 years, 7 months and 19 days at that career, but this man has always done so with respect and a great attitude. Be sorely missed. And if you drive down Oglethorpe Parkway, you see somebody sitting in the middle of the road reminding you to slow down. That's been Robert about 90% of the time. And some of our younger, newer guys are kind of following suit and picking up the reins from there, and we'll continue to serve in honor of what you've done and helping to reduce accidents in the city of Fort Oglethorpe over the last 5 years. You've been working real hard at that, and I appreciate all your service, not just here in the city of Fort Oglethorpe, but for our community for the last 23 years. So thank you very much. Congratulations on your retirement.
Yeah.
May 31st will be his last patrol day. As you can see, he's still working today. He's carrying the firearm that you guys have voted unanimously for him to receive.
You're welcome.
He'll also receive a retirement badge and identification from the police department upon his retirement on May 31st. So again, thank you very much. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Be an honor.
I think this is the least I've ever seen you smile. You smile all the time, and then all of a sudden, when you're spotlighted, you're serious.
He's acting professional.
Oh, I just thought you were critiquing his work. Bad angle or something.
Thank you. Congratulations. Sit down.
Somebody would have to.
Thank you again for your service, Sergeant Brown. That's it for me, sir.
Thank you, Ms. Hughes. Mayor and council comments. I guess I can say congratulations, Sergeant Brown, but looks to me like you got a few more years left in you. If you want to change your mind, that'll be okay.
Well, I'm about to lose the vest.
Well, it don't matter.
She's saying no.
I see her shaking her head, so decision made.
I've got 2 books on the honey-do list.
Well, you're going to retire and you're going to have to go to work. I'm just going to tell you.
There you go.
Congratulations. Hate to see you go. And Blake, of course, I don't guess he's gonna show for nothing.
Oh, Blake wouldn't know.
But
He does not like
he's one of the
fanfare.
little shy ones that's been around here forever that it's hard for him to even tell you good morning, but he's been a hard worker for this city for a long time. We're gonna miss him too. I tell you, we're fortunate in this city. We have people that stay a long time that do a good job, and it's hard to replace the good ones. Bad ones are pretty easy to replace, but the good ones are hard to replace. We hate to lose any of them. So probably next time we meet, I know some of these schools will be out, so remember that in the subdivisions, them kids are gonna be back out, so keep that in mind. And happy Memorial. Is it Memorial Day? We got so many.
We got it coming up.
We got so many I can't keep up with all of them, but have a safe and happy one. Mr. Child.
Well, congratulations, Mr. Brown, for retirement, and Blake, and ditto to what the mayor said about the kids when school's out, and I want to give a shout out to all the seniors that are graduating to start their next endeavor in their life. So, congratulations. Everybody be safe this summer.
Mr. Crawford.
Yeah, congratulations, Sergeant Brown. You'll be missed. I enjoyed seeing you in the mornings when I was dropping my kids off at school and seeing you out there making sure people wasn't speeding. So thank you for your hard work. Blake as well. We're going to miss Blake. And somebody else, Miss Weber, you're retiring as well, principal. So you and Donnie, 32 years from Cloud Springs Elementary School. That's correct.
Donnie has to work another year.
Yeah, but he's retiring from coaching, so
7 years of his life.
So Donnie's retiring from coaching. We just honored his wrestling team a couple of meetings ago, and he's stepping down as the wrestling coach. And I know we're gonna miss him over there. So congratulations, and enjoy it on the beach and selling antique furniture. So, and welcome your business. Welcome to the city as well. So best of luck. And we'd like to welcome the legendary Travis Allison to the meeting.
Travie Trav.
Hall of Fame from Ridgeland Panthers. I know he's loyal to the Panthers, but he's a big supporter of all the youth athletes that come through the community. And we're lucky tonight the Braves are off, and that's why he's able to be here. So welcome, Travis. Good to have you. And yeah, you mentioned seniors. I've got one this year, so it's coming full circle, you know. So it's exciting to see him venture out into getting ready to go to college and start in the real world. And I'd like to end just happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. I know yesterday was a Mother's Day and my mother's birthday as well. So yeah, so happy late Mother's Day to all the moms out there. That's it, Mr. Mayor.
Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, congrats, Sergeant Brown. What was your wife's name?
Lisa.
Lisa, thanks for sharing him with us, and keep him busy. We'll miss you, and congrats to Blake too. We'll miss him, and I'm glad he's doing better. And it's we hate that he's retired, but happy for him. So yeah, and congrats to the seniors, Boog. Congrats to Boog. It's hard to believe Boog is graduating.
I know.
So congrats to him. That's it, Mr. Mayor.
Ms. James.
Congrats to everybody, the retirees, the seniors, and I can tell you what what you need to learn to say. Yes, dear. No, you'll enjoy it. You'll enjoy it. Both of y'all enjoy it.
Ms. Stinney.
Yes, sir. Well, the Veteran Citizen Council would like to extend thank you to the American Legion on Park City Road for hosting our bingo evening. We made over $3,000 toward the 6888 monument that will go into Honor Park. Upcoming events include Flag Day, which you know is June 14th. So if you would like to drop your flags off that are in need of retirement, please drop them off here at City Hall, and they'll be placed in my office so that we can do that responsibly. And now, Sergeant Brown, that you are retired, that means you and Miss Lisa can be involved with the Veteran Citizen Council even more. They both have pavers at Honor Park, which is looking good. So we'll look forward to spending more time with you there. That's all, sir. Thank you.
Next item on the agenda is adjournment. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Crawford and Mr. Childs and Mr. Rogers. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
This meeting is adjourned.